The Supreme Court dropped a bombshell. A ruling shook Washington to its core. Donald Trump and his allies are reeling. The very foundation of their movement is under threat. This is not just another legal battle, it's an earthquake. The tremors are being felt from the halls of Congress to Mar-a-Lago. This ruling could reshape the political landscape for years to come. The implications are staggering. This is about more than just Trump, it's about the future of American democracy. Karoline Leavitt, a fierce Trump loyalist, sprang into action. She took to the airwaves, her voice trembling with outrage. Leavitt, a former Trump White House aide, knows the stakes are high. She denounced the ruling as a politically motivated witch hunt. Her words, echoing Trump's own rhetoric, aimed to rally his base. But behind the bravado, there was fear. Leavitt and Trump's inner circle understand the gravity of the situation. This ruling could unravel their carefully constructed narrative. Trump, holed up in his Florida estate, was reportedly furious. The once unshakable figure of the Republican Party now finds himself in a precarious position. His anger is palpable, a stark contrast to the confidence he once exuded. The walls of Mar-a-Lago, which have witnessed countless celebrations and political strategizing, now echo with his frustration and disbelief. Sources say he raged against the injustice of it all. His voice, usually commanding and assured, now carries a tone of desperation. The man who once seemed invincible is now grappling with a reality that threatens to dismantle his legacy. His outbursts are not just about the present situation, but also about the future he envisioned slipping away. His grip on the Republican Party, already loosening, is now in jeopardy. The party that once rallied behind him with unwavering support is now showing signs of fracture. Meetings that were once filled with confident plans and strategies are now overshadowed by doubt and concern. The unity that Trump once commanded is now a fragile facade. JD Vance, the Trump-endorsed senator, is also feeling the heat. Vance, who rode the wave of Trump's popularity to political prominence, now finds himself in a precarious position. His speeches, once filled with optimism and confidence, now carry an undertone of uncertainty. The political landscape that once seemed so favorable is now fraught with challenges. This ruling calls into question the legitimacy of his own election. The very foundation of his political career is being scrutinized. The courtroom, a place where justice is supposed to prevail, now becomes a battleground for his political survival. The debates are no longer just about policies but about the very essence of his legitimacy as a leader. His political future, once bright, is now uncertain. The confidence that once defined him is now replaced with a sense of vulnerability. Press conferences that were once platforms for his bold ideas are now arenas of defense and justification. The path ahead is no longer clear, and every step is fraught with potential pitfalls. Vance, like many Trump allies, has staked his career on the former president. Their alliance, once seen as a strategic masterstroke, now appears to be a double-edged sword. The political fortunes of many are intertwined with Trump's, and as he falters, so do they. The camaraderie that once seemed unbreakable is now tested by the harsh realities of political survival. This ruling could have a domino effect, taking down other Trump loyalists with it. The political landscape is shifting, and the once solid ground is now unstable. Each decision, each ruling, sends ripples through the ranks of Trump's allies. The fear of being the next to fall is palpable, and the once confident political figures now find themselves in a state of constant vigilance. The future is uncertain, and the stakes have never been higher. Section 4. A seismic shift in the political landscape. The Supreme Court's decision sent shockwaves through the political establishment. Democrats are emboldened, sensing an opportunity to capitalize on the chaos. Republicans, meanwhile, are divided and unsure of how to respond. Some Republicans are distancing themselves from Trump, fearing the political fallout. Others remain fiercely loyal, doubling down on their support for the former president. This ruling has exposed the deep fissures within the Republican Party. The battle for the soul of the GOP is far from over. Section 5. The legal web tightens. In this chapter we delve into the intricate and ever-tightening legal web surrounding former President Trump. The Supreme Court's recent decision has far-reaching legal implications that could reshape the landscape of American jurisprudence. This landmark ruling could pave the way for criminal charges against Trump and his close associates, marking a significant turn in the ongoing investigations. The walls are closing in, and the former president is acutely aware of the gravity of the situation. His demeanor reflects the mounting pressure. The ruling also sets a precedent that could have a ripple effect on other high-profile cases, potentially altering the course of future legal battles. It sends a clear and unequivocal message: no one is above the law, not even a former president. This decision reinforces the principle of accountability at the highest levels of power. Trump's legal team is scrambling, trying to contain the damage and devise a strategy to counter the mounting legal challenges. Their tense discussions reflect the urgency of the situation, but the writing is on the wall, the evidence is mounting, and the legal arguments are becoming increasingly difficult to refute. The legal storm is only just beginning. As the proceedings unfold, the nation watches closely, aware that the outcome could have profound implications for the rule of law and the future of American democracy. The public's interest in the case is palpable, with crowds gathering outside courthouses and media vans parked, ready to capture every development. Legal analysts are dissecting every move, every argument, and every piece of evidence, providing insights and predictions on what might come next. The case has also ignited a firestorm of public opinion, with supporters and protesters clashing outside courtrooms and law enforcement working to maintain order. At the heart of it all lies the fundamental question of justice. The scales are being weighed, and the gavel is poised to deliver a verdict that could echo through history. As Trump boards a plane, perhaps contemplating his next move, the nation holds its breath, waiting to see how this unprecedented legal saga will unfold. The sun sets over the Supreme Court building, but the story is far from over. The legal web tightens, and the journey towards justice continues. Section 6. The future of MAGA hangs in the balance. The recent Supreme Court ruling has sent shockwaves through the political landscape, leaving many to question what lies ahead for the MAGA movement. This decision has not only legal implications but also profound political consequences that could reshape the future of American politics. The Supreme Court's ruling has thrown the future of the MAGA movement into disarray. Supporters who once stood firm are now grappling with uncertainty and doubt. The ruling has sparked intense debates and discussions among the movement's followers, with many wondering if this marks the beginning of the end for MAGA. Trump's iron grip on his supporters is weakening. The unwavering loyalty that once defined his base is now showing signs of erosion. At rallies, the enthusiasm that once electrified the crowd seems to be waning, and the expressions of concern on the faces of his supporters are becoming more common. The once unthinkable is now a real possibility: the decline of Trumpism. The movement that once seemed unstoppable is now facing challenges from within and outside. Empty seats at rallies and declining attendance are stark indicators of a shift in momentum. Headlines about the decline of Trumpism are becoming more frequent, reflecting a growing sentiment that the movement's best days may be behind it. Trump's ability to command loyalty and mobilize his base is being tested like never before. The conflicting signs held by his supporters at rallies symbolize the internal divisions and the struggle to maintain a unified front. As Trump addresses his followers with a serious expression, the uncertainty in the air is palpable. The question is, will his supporters stand by him as the legal battles mount and the evidence against him grows stronger? The courtroom scenes and the mounting legal challenges are a constant reminder of the uphill battle Trump faces. His supporters, once unwavering, are now confronted with the reality of the legal troubles that could potentially derail the movement. The answer to that question will determine the fate of Trump and the movement he built. As Trump reflects on the challenges ahead, his supporters are left to ponder their next move. Political analysts are closely watching, debating the future of the movement on news platforms. The fate of MAGA hangs in the balance, and the coming months will be crucial in determining its trajectory. Section 7. A nation on edge. The nation watches with bated breath, waiting for the next move. The Supreme Court's ruling has deepened the political divide even further. The stakes are high and the outcome is uncertain for everyone. One thing is clear: American democracy is at a critical crossroads. The choices we make now will determine the course of our nation for generations to come. The fight for the soul of America continues, and it is far from over.